Shalom. Shalom, Yeshurali. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakathum to the 144,000 as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal for the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And in this quick lesson, we're going to get into, pretty much roll to, this intrinsic lessons like it. Pretty much going to get into woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, right? And when I'm saying woe, it means destruction unto those that desire the day of the Lord. The ones that I'm talking about, as it says in Amos 5 and 18, right? The ones that I'm talking about is the one that's not in the truth, that's desiring the day of the Lord. Because you got people that want the day of the Lord to come, but they don't understand what the day of the Lord consists of, right? They don't understand that, the MOTB must happen in order for the Lord to come back. They don't understand these things, right? They don't understand that this economy got to crash. This kingdom has to be ultimately destroyed in order for the Lord to come. And let alone, as it says in Matthew, I know it's in the book of Matthew, how, I come not to bring peace, but a sword. So, Yahweh, man, hey, Zephaniah, if I'm not mistaken, the first chapter, go to how, how's the day of gloominess, right? It's like, I'm just quote the Amos 5 and 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. For what end is it for you? For it is darkness and not light. So, if you're desiring the day of the Lord, but you're not understanding what that come with, and it's not coming with that rapture doctrine, right? You're not, it's not going to be like it is in the movies where, I guess, God comes back, the Most High comes back, and, people just disappearing, their clothes being left there. You be like, oh shit, it's the rapture. No. Right? Lord, man, it's going to be Apostle Paul said it, man, through much tribulation thou shalt enter into the kingdom. And then I'm not talking about just the tribulation that you go through on a day-to-day basis, man. I'm talking about the Jacob's trouble tribulation. That guy, you got to go through that before you get delivered. You got to get the ultimately tried out to its fullest, which is only going to happen in Jacob's trouble in order to get delivered. Right? That's the only time you're going to know that you're elect is when you're getting beamed up. That's when you know 100,000%, oh yeah, I'm part of the elect. Right? Because you can be in Jacob's trouble and the Lord can actually be taking care of you. And you can still fall out. Like I said in the live that me and the Walker was going into yesterday, man. How Lot, I made mention of Lot and his wife, right? How Lot's wife, she turned back in the midst of getting delivered. Meaning, like, bro, she's in the process of getting delivered, and she still chose to turn back. So, right there, that lets you know, like, just because, the Lord is delivering you out of a situation doesn't mean that you're saved. As Apostle Paul said, man, I count myself not to be apprehended. Right? So, bro, we don't count ourselves to be being beamed up right now. Right? We're not going to know who's the elect until we're getting beamed up. Because anything can really happen ultimately. The Lord can be taking care of you and you can still fall. You can still fall out at that very last second. And, I pray that I hope that, that don't happen to me, let alone to you, sincere Akim, while you few sincere Aqua. But yeah, man, back to the point, man, woe to those that desire the day of the Lord, right? Because they don't know what it consists of. If we desire the day of the Lord, knowing what comes with it, knowing what has to happen, when it comes to the day of Yahweh Shem Shai, because, bro, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to come. Well, Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of World War III. in the midst of chaos, right? So there's going to be a lot of things going on. Scripture don't say how the, damn it, I kind of forgot how I went. How the elect will be saved scarcely. Roughly paraphrasing Salaki. If the godly be saved, I forgot how I went. Salaki, I always have to pull it up. But Jay trying to avoid going in scriptures, holding scriptures while driving, trying not to tempt the Lord. But yeah, man. But it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Okay, there it goes. I got it now. The righteous shall scarcely be saved. Where should the ungodly sinner appear? Right. So if the righteous is scarcely going to be saved, that means they're going to have to be put in some kind of danger to be barely getting out by their chinny. Right? So if you don't know what it consists of, the day of the Lord, I remember it was a video of some chick, some Eve too, and she was going into she was basically going into, I want the Lord to come back so I can stop working. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're going to stop working when it happened, but do you know what that consists of? That means no food, no makeup, scarcity of food, which is a famine, which is a scarcity of food. You're not going to be able to have your makeup. You're not going to be able to have tampons. You're not going to be able to take your showers. It consists of all that. Because the only ones that's going to be taken care of is the elect. Isaiah, the 65th chapter. 13, 14 verse, around that area? My servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Right? Because the only ones being taken care of is the Lord's servants. Meaning the ones that have been serving Yahweh B'Shem Shai to the best of their ability on a day-to-day basis. Not just once a week, not once or twice a month, not 12 times out of the year, every day to the best of their ability. A day doesn't go by where the Lord doesn't meet them in their thoughts. Right? So yeah, man, just like you gotta know what it consists of. You can't be saying, oh, I want the day of the Lord to come, but you don't know that, man. That means that this place got to go. You got to lose your comforts. You got to get tested on a high ass level, right? You get tested to the point to where you're damn near breaking, damn near going to break, right? That's the things that these anti-Hamashiachs, that anti-Christians don't get, right? It's not gonna be some lollipop and candy. The Lord's not coming for that shit, man. The Lord's coming with a sword, right? The Lord finna come. He's finna do a lot of killing, right? What was that? I think it's in Revelations. I forgot which chapter. How his garments, how he's tread in the wine press alone, right? Lord's gonna be doing a lot of killing to the point where his clothes gonna be all bloody. Right? So with his clothes being all bloody, like, damn, it's like, whoa, how much killing are you doing for your clothes to get bloody like that? You know what I mean? But people don't think of that. People think it's just this noodle-haired ass nigga that's leprous with blue eyes, right? Need the shades, probably need shades to be out in the sunlight. Just with the soft ass light voice, I come in peace, type shit. Nah, man, hell nah. Boy, Lord is gonna surprise a lot of you people, man. Really, it ain't gonna be no surprise. Well, it is gonna be a surprise, and y'all gonna be like, damn, we fucked up. They were right, and we didn't listen. Right? Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Right, how we counted his life madness and his end to be without honor. That's how y'all gonna feel, bro. Right? Y'all gonna feel exactly like that. You're like, damn, we didn't listen. Right? Y'all gonna try to hit y'all. You know what, Jay, bro? They're gonna try to find anything to say. They're gonna be like, I didn't know. Yes, you did, nigga. You had your chance. You just scoffed at them. You either scoffed at them actually saying something, scoffed at the prophet saying something, or you scoffed at them in your mind, because you can do that within your mind too. know? But yeah, man. You know, just already have my spirit. You know, just woe unto those that desire the day of the Lord, but without the understanding. We desire the day of the Lord with the understanding, knowing what comes with it, knowing that this place has to fall in order for Yahushua kingdom to reign. Knowing that we're going to get tested. Knowing, you know, just knowing all these things, man. You know, we're preparing through the power of Spirit Yahweh Shem. Oh shit, call out Yahweh Shem 144. We're prepared through the power of Spirit Yahweh Shem Shai to, you know, to Lord willing be able to stand in that day. And it's only through the Lord we're gonna be able to do that. Not of our own will. Ephesians 2:8. For by grace and through faith are ye saved. Right? Not of yourselves. Right? But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified, man. I want to end it all by saying Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yeshua.